One though, back to the match here. We do see the locking phase even finishing. Rally Deadwood, the blind bands for Team USA. Ophelia, Keeper of the Forest, coming out here for Excellent. Tempest locked up right away as a result of that. Pebbles, Lodestone, Magnus, Hammerstorm, and Warby. So, seen Hammerstorm in that lock pool. It's been a while since we've seen him played. But also the Tempest being the very likely first pick out of that pool. Especially being the only jungle there.
Yeah, Parasite taking care of the normal banning phase. This really just elevates Tempest to a level of high importance here in this lock pool.
Yeah.
Considering no direct counter to him in terms of other junglers. Not going to have that counterpart of Ophelia, not going to have a Parasite, not going to have anything really in that capacity, so a little bit more tricky there.
Yeah. Scout and Engineer coming out. As far as the bans fall with that Parasite, as you mentioned.
Seems like everyone's just banning Scout these days.
Yeah,
Just way too much of a
still
nuisance to
can't.
deal with. And
Still can't
so much
believe that.
utility just in one hero, and also pairs beautifully. Honestly, when you look at how the lanes are crafted, and the types of heroes that people like to choose a lot, like the Pebbles and the Deadwood and the other burst initiators, and he pairs well with those as well, not only providing additional burst thanks to his snipe, but, well, say something like Pebbles, he provides a moving anchor that he can toss someone back to and instantly silence.
Yeah.
There's a lot of potential synergy.
Sandwraith, the final ban coming out again. We mentioned that last game. That's
pretty smart.
Yeah, Trolf's been playing that very well lately. Just also an annoying hero to honestly deal against. Don't want to have to deal with it here.
Yeah, even you hold him down in lanes, he can find those windows to Wild Soul. It is snap picked. They're okay with it, but well, Team Excellent. We saw it. It was in the game against SG, actually. Didn't they give them Wild Soul, and they just played really, really aggressively on them today?
Well, we didn't actually see it, but yeah, Complexity Cast was actually casting it, and I was actually looking at it before we got things started, and yeah, that was Stay Green had both Ophelia and Wild Soul in their lineup, and you think that's strong. It is strong, obviously, but Team Excellent was able to go up against that and eventually defeat them. And as we were talking about, Stay Green ultimately finishing 0-4 in the group stages. So that was definitely a big victory there for Team Excellent, and also kind of a scratch of the head for Stay Green's sake as far as where things are going for them. But again, it's only one event right now, and they have a new roster, so it's going to be interesting to see how things build up. But anyways, yes, that did take place earlier. Empath Predator, the response here, though. And we've seen the power of that combo. Kind of fruition, man. That's a dangerous, dangerous power there as far as how hard Predator can hit.
And Empath definitely raising a lot of eyes of people in terms of respect as a support hero. For the longest time, people were like, oh, you can't use Empath, not enough damage, not enough this. Like, wait, she's actually an incredible laner, and that wall is kind of broken. People giving her a lot more respect, especially when they were facing off against VDT, and I don't know if it was confirmed or not yet, but her potential ex-VDT or whatever it was in support playing it. Making tons of huge plays, even blind betting him in that case. So I'm going to see what our team has in store.
Trolf still wants that wish to come true of Nighthound. He almost had it the other day.
He almost had it. I mean, he was teased. But would they pick up a Nighthound with a hero like Wild Soul?
Yeah.
When you already have to sort of make up for Wild Soul's lack of presence early on?
That'd be a very passive game. Instead, they go with Succubus.
B-Kid, I told you they're reverting back a little bit, trying out things that they used to try, and making light of the changes with that 0-minute Ward of Revelation.
Ooh, interesting.
It's pretty nice with the Wild Soul pushes, though.
Yeah.
You do apply that curse, and when you're pushing down the towers, Wild Soul pretty much a guaranteed anchor point there for applying pressure to tower, even if the creep wave dies. And then if they want to fight you, it'd be at a huge loss.
But my only concern, or not really concern, but a curiosity more so, is who's going to be the main support? Will it be Succubus or Demented Shaman in this case? Because, I mean, you look at the lock pool, you're not getting a main support out of there, unless you go something like a Hammerstorm, but...
We've seen teams experiment with trying to run Succubus support, too.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the first time we've seen it. And they did make changes to Succubus, including increasing her range a little bit, including making the mana cost scale slightly better for her spells.
Yeah.
In hopes of making her potential stronger support. And, well, we might see that, but right now we don't see the heroes being swapped around just yet.
Got Team Excellent has their choice here. Again, they pretty much can know themselves, I'm sure, too, that Tempest was going to be first pick, so... Out of these 5 heroes, we'll see who they end up going with.
Kind of an awkward team right now, actually, on the Legion side. I don't look at it and feel like, oh man, that Tempest also going to be a huge ton of burst, and I mean, it's all right, but I just don't feel that early presence. The Magnus does definitely help bolster it a bit, but Succubus being primarily single target, Demented Shaman, I mean, you know how he works. A very similar nature.
It is going to be a DS support. I mean, we'll see what Peter Pan ends up with, but... Okay, no, it is going to be Succubus.
I was going to say, I would heavily disagree with the Demented Shaman support instead of the Demented Shaman carry if you had to go with these heroes.
Yeah.
And
so they do swap it at the end.
Succubus.
Oh, I'm totally not.
The ultimate definitely effective against a War Beast and a Predator. You can grip them down even while they have their magic immunity up, but of course you're missing a lot of the damage there. And until Wild Soul gets farmed, they don't have that hard carry presence.
Yeah, you look at the Hellborn team though. You're gonna need both Predator and War Beast. Some good farm here, but definitely can spread that out earlier on, and also can make their presence felt. And actually, this is a decent Conqueror killing team, level 1. I'm just saying.
Which side?
Hellborn team. Not gonna go for it though.
Yeah, any group people can technically kill Conqueror as long as you use your Iron Bucklers and effective cycling of taking damage and some health potions. You can definitely catch people off guard with the craziest of lineups.
And you'll teleport to the
old teleport to Kong.
Lane right away. Man, that was fun.
So moving out there. Not going to actually place an aggressive ward, are they? No, this may be a little bit of a weird team for that. Look how they're wrapping around. Seems like every time we see teams take a new path we hadn't seen before, even though we've been looking at the same map for how many years now.
Yeah, right.
Always trying to find new creative ways to get the jump on people, and I love the gusto they're showing early on here.
Not going to find the opportunity in the end.
Path looking to make this life a living hell early on. Slow down the Beast Riser. Shutting down the hard camps.
Yes, the hard camps.
What do you call them?
Yeah, hard camps. Go on.
Well, do you call them something else? I just.
Don't worry about it.
What is?
I might have been distracted there.
Okay.
That's all I'm getting at.
Okay.
Oh, look at this. The Hellhounds, they're trying to pull. He's trying to get a heal bomb off, but he's doing a great job of, Bassett's is, just keeping them out of heal bomb range. And is actually going to get the pull off successfully, so well played there. Succubus is going to head back towards the middle lane. Oh, he's going to try to counter ward here. But the ward of sight in the trees, I don't know if they're going to be able to spot that, at least off the bat. You see what Excellent did. They blocked a total of 3 camps here, it looks like.
Exactly.
Trying to make life difficult. Look where Empath is at, actually. I wonder what Empath is thinking here. Is he going to stack for them? Oh, they're going to pull. Oh, he's going to try to pull it. Interesting. Huh. I'm still a little confused, though. So he's going to stack them here, so he's going to make it difficult on Wild Soul. Okay. Very
Wild Soul
interesting.
to actually try to accomplish anything there, yeah.
Yeah.
He was trying to, he knew that he was trying to pull the creeps over and potentially kill the Ancients at the start. That's actually, it's not technically we've seen too often lately. People have been doing it more, but look how we knew.
Yeah.
So he's like, Wild Soul, if you're going to want to do Ancients, well, now you're going to do a whole world of hurt. So that was a really, really perceptive play by Pew.
Yeah, it definitely was.
It's been brought up lately, though. People are like, because of the change in how creeps interact with neutrals, that also applied to Ancients, and a creep wave can't take out Ancients even at level 1.
Yeah.
Thanks to the Wild Soul. And that was honestly brilliantly played.
Yeah, it was. You look at it's still going on, man. I mean, there's still a lot of action over here. In fact, Magnus and now Tempest even joining the party. Pew might have overstayed his welcome, though. He's in a little bit of trouble. Nice wall off, however. And it looks like he is going to be fine in the end. However, he's still not out of the woods just yet. Literally. Still trying to find his way.
This is an insane engagement here. And look at how far. Look at the state of the empath now. Oh, no.
Tower or death? Where do you go from here? He's going to wall off, but he's just... This is just buying time for the inevitable, really.
Oh,
yep, he's
no,
gonna die.
So that creatorly play is going to... He's mad. He's definitely mad. Still, if anything, he just sort of neutralized the early game gold lead. They still have the experience distracting a lot of the lanes and also not really getting any experience for any of it. I like how he stacked the Ancients. It's definitely going to make it harder for a little bit for Wild Soul, but see what he comes up with.
Ooh, look at the Demented Shaman in the meantime. He can put out a lot of damage, especially with that Entangle leveling up. You see Warbeast is definitely feeling it. Oh, wow, he's dropping very low there with the dot damage even. He's going to barely survive, though, and have to use a health potion. But again, as we've gone to, I mean, Dimension Shaman is a very powerful 1-versus-1 laner. Leveling up that Entangle especially, one of the strongest dots in the early game.
Yeah, given a lane here, pretty much a free lane here against this Warbeast. Not that Warbeast isn't pick up some farm here and there, but basically a free lane. Warbeast can't contest it. Being a melee here without any spells, can walk up to creep when Shaman's going to heal bomb you. Has the luxury of not needing to worry about that Unbreakable and just going for that more offensive route, that level 3 Entangles, which you really go for. Sometimes you actually see people keep it at level 3 and move on from there to get the other abilities just for that stun.
You know what happened with all the stacking going on? That this ancient deal over here, not only was it distracting for Wild Soul and whatnot, but it also distracted this middle lane of Magma Succubus quite a bit. Yeah. They found themselves kind of going back and forth, and Pebbles has just been loving this middle lane. I mean, he's free farming here basically.
Exactly, and that's what's keeping him very much up still. Compare the Pebbles over to that Magmas, and it's not even close.
Yeah. So even with getting bloodlusted, as you're pointing out, it honestly wasn't the biggest steal in the world. At least if anything, just kind of evened it out. But yeah, the fact that Brodix 5 levels already has his bottle and looking really good is good news there.
Look at that too. He tried to crack the puzzle of where the wards are. He placed that Word of Rev actually to try to counter Fuse Ward. Didn't even find it in the end. He's going to need that Flying Courier to scout things out, but I just think due to the pacing of the game. So yeah, he's been slowed down significantly.
Yeah. Those certainly hurt him. On the other hand, you have a Predator who I assume is doing very well. Marcus Moy playing the Predator here. Middle lane, a Luna, that's an illusion. Okay, charging in. But you see constantly the red glowing hands too. Obviously that's the benefit of having a Warbeast. Warbeast level 2 Battlecry currently. Leveling that up. Demented Shaman though, continuing to keep up the pressure. He actually gets a bottle delivered to Ralph playing the Demented Shaman. So he is having a good start himself. And even going the side bottle over here. Use that for his regen. He's actually going to get the lane pushed back a little bit. But Warby is going to go over to the Ancients instead and see what he can do over here. He has level 3 Battlecry now. Look at Predator putting pressure on the tower at the top lane. He's going to force, or take advantage even of the lane being pushed up as far as it is because of that Wild Soul. As you like to see. Magnus, on the other hand, B-Kid again. He really can't get much going here. And it's continuing to get better and better for Team Excellent with this lane setup of the Aluna Pebbles versus the Succubus Magnus. Succubus only level 3 herself. Seems to level up that heartache, of course, but
yeah. RB still pressure being applied to him as Demented Shaman is being to do the aggressor on the tower down bottom too. Still, he's doing okay. I mean, he honestly, compare him over to the Wild Soul and a little bit lagging behind him at farm, but having that team presence, and it's actually funny to see him lower on gold per minute, but actually way higher on levels there.
Zai managing to only get 2 of the Predator Crushers here, and actually he's going to tank them with Boo Boo. So he's been making use of his time here at the Ancients. Definitely doing them fairly well. Wanted to mention, that's right, Predator actually choosing to go Steam Boots, finish off Steam Boots full here. We've definitely seen it before where they've followed up even with Alchemist Bones still.
Yeah, they're early rushed Alchemist Bones. This is a Predator that wants to get active a lot sooner.
Yeah.
So instead, just going to stick with the Alchemist Bones route. Pebbles now with the upgraded Steam Boots, and actually with that double damage rune, it is going to be enough. Magnus gets the stun off, but oh man, it's just not in time. He hit him, it looked like it hit him mid-lava surge, but just happened at the exact frame apparently.
Yeah. I actually was watching Empath trying to get away. Whoa, Luna's going to barely survive. Meanwhile, down here comes the chuck from Pebbles, and another kill going to result in that Pew actually getting credit on Empath. That just turned out pretty poorly for Team USA right there. You see the entangle on the Pebbles, keeping him alive.
He's going to back off.
All right, so Team Excellent, some good momentum themselves.
Yeah, that double damage rune from Pebbles doing work. I saw it, and I'm like, okay, he's going to get his Steam Boots. He has the double damage. Is he going to make something happen with it? I would like to see it. And then all of a sudden, the Magnus. Obviously, he didn't do the math correctly. Thought he could survive potentially if they tried to combo him, and he was almost right, but good old double damage Pebbles ruined the day. Actually, he did choose to go the enlarge. Going to help him more at keeping the creep control here against this Magnus.
Back to the bottom lane. Trelf again continuing to put pressure, and this time with Tempest assisting. Warby's not going to be able to do anything to stop that. And meanwhile, back to the middle lane, another kill. I
caught it.
I don't know why I'm going off Pebbles, man.
Luna set it up. Magnus had the Pebbles had the Stalagmites, auto attack, a well-timed chuck, auto attack, and they just unleashed the barrage.
Yeah.
Also, only level 4, 2,200 gold saved up. How ridiculous does that look?
Yeah. That's pretty silly, actually. And actually, Pebbles roaming. He's going to go for the top rune. It's just a refreshment rune up there. Bottle that up, though. Predator, though, he's pushing the top tower and probably going to get killed here with no resistance. So, again, more very positive news for Team Excellent. They're getting a hell of a start here when it comes down to it.
Wolf's only at level 1. Tempest, he's got to be careful. He just saw the Tempest up there. He just ate the creep. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He literally had just converted the creep, so they had to figure Tempest was right there.
Yeah, Bassett's just overstepping his boundaries. Maybe you gotta wonder, maybe he was microwaving the wolves at that time and
maybe
just got caught, but big kill, and it's gonna even apply more pressure now at this tower as a result. I don't know if it's gonna be a tower kill necessarily, but
it's gonna force rotation if they want to defend it, which either way is a victory.
Yeah. See Empath running over. Speaking of that, he does have the boots, and Sanitarius is gonna be the adamant choice, it looks like, for Predator, by the way, and he is porting to the bottom lane, so Dementor Shaman, there's the wall off right there. Gonna get the stun off as well with the Essence Leg, and jumps Predator. No mana left on Dementor Shaman. Trelf knows he's dead. He just basically runs back in and accepts death right there. So, good job by Team Excellent. As he said, it did get them to rotate, but they got a kill out of it, so I'd be happy with that at least.
Oh, for sure. No, in the end, it was a game. They just overstepped their boundary. They did get a kill out of it, but did not get the tower. It is low, but I'm sure Team Excellent's fine with that exchange. Predator can resume a pretty much complete free farm here for his early in Sanitarius. Warby's going to give him the room here to finish up his Abyssal Skull as well, so Team Excellent making the best of a potentially grim situation. It's that Dementor Shaman was low on mana, too.
Yeah.
Made it pretty difficult, but now getting those build-up items.
Yeah, speaking of that, you see the Gravelock had finished. He has about 320 gold per minute, so obviously the Legion team relying a bit on him, but on top of the Wild Souls, Eyes continuing to just pull up all that gold. He's clearly just going for a first item mock here, nothing else. Not even the boots. We do see a lot of the time you get those Ghost Marches at least first, but you know the way this game's been going, Zai just figuring it's going to be best to go straight for the mock here instead. So we'll see how that pays off. Speaking of going straight for items, Warby's going straight for the Abyssal Skull. No boots or anything like that beforehand. Trying to use that now to farm up some more Ancients. As well as push back the bottom lane. And look at this, Brodex 5 level on Pebbles. He has an Invis rune. And he is going to scout out. I don't know if he's going to find anyone in the end. You see the mini-map, Dementor Shaman all the way back.
Well ahead of the curve, and Dementor Shaman's all the way back, and has 1,000 health, no vestments yet. Still, I think we would need additional support even with the battle cry. It would be close. I think if he put an auto attack and then got the count, then got another one, he'd be very, very close. Probably able to do it.
It's another hero, but the fact that it's Dementor Shaman with the healing wave and the unbreakable
right, the turnaround potential, but no one's nearby. Not that he knows it. He's just scouting things out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows that they can get a pick off that convert it easily into a tower kill, so just not finding what he wants and resume farming the mid lane. That is his Ward of Revelation, so
yeah,
not gonna be scouted. Look how he's moving up here. Magnus definitely squishing up. Was he wasn't scouted by tower there, was he?
It seems like he might have been, but yeah, he just comes out of it anyways.
If you hug the border, you're fine, but sometimes you dip a little bit too far.
So I'm not gonna get a kill out of it, but if anything, it kept them guessing. And you could tell with how defensively they were playing, so.
I mentioned at the start I just wasn't the biggest fan of how the Legion lineup felt. I feel like it'd be pretty hard for them to come back from a game they were down in just due to lack of like major AoE presence, teamfight abilities. Of course, Tempest Mag is enough to sort of carry your weight throughout that, but it felt a little bit weak. Honestly, the Magnus did round it out, but Hellborn team applying a lot of that early pressure. As the game scales, though, they do get ridiculous. As Wild Soul gets big, and a great hero sometimes. It works both ways, because Predator great at chewing through tanks, but at the same time,
beautiful wall at the top lane, Empath, the inside of Predator, the Sanitarius, and that was an ulti-form Wild Soul that just dropped right there.
Well, that's exactly what we were just talking about, too. The Predator against the Wild Soul, great at chewing through tanky heroes. At the same time, Wild Soul gets farmed. That bear, can be rooting down and stopping the mobilization of a Predator, but you saw just how fast he dropped him. It was completely carved up there.
him up and spit him out. That was...
Level 1 ultis for both heroes, too. It's just going to get that much worse.
Zai does come back up and buys the sort of the high, but, I mean, yeah, it's as we just saw right there, and you keep going back to the fact that he is inherently tanky is also not necessarily the best thing against a hero like Predator. We do see Beacon again getting picked up. Nothing is just seeming like it's coming together, honestly, for Team USA this game so far, and that's to the credit of Team Excellent. They've been playing this very well since the beginning. The only, standing out positive is HoN Invitational Shaman. He's continuing to have some good farm. But, what is a well-farmed Demented Shaman going to bring to the table? He's not necessarily a solo ganker by any means. I mean, he's great for, pushing as a team and team fights and everything, especially with a farm like this. But with the team right now, with the way things are going, that's not something that they're going to be looking for in the near future, unfortunately. So, yeah, a lot of negatives here for Team USA. They're up 1-0. That's really the only positive I could think of, actually. They're up 1-0, so they still have that game to lean back on. But
I mean, I wouldn't ever count out a Wild Soul team this early. I mean, there really is potential, but you look at it, we've seen just War Beast with kind of scaling. I mean, compare him to the Wild Soul is keeping right on pace, and Able is pretty much of as much devastation.
A power throw miss. That's actually a big deal. He stays alive for a little bit longer. Gets hard off. Not going to matter though. Magma's not being caught. Magma's again in a lot of trouble. Metamorphosis Warbeast. Predator's also stalking in the final auto attack.
Crap.
And Marcus Moy gets that double tap. He says, damn it, Shaman, get back in there, baby. He gets in there. Hat trick
dog
coming out right there for Predator. Ouch. That hurts.
Yeah, that Warbeast Predator combination, man. That double dog just chewing through everybody. Pretty nearing their approach in terms of right-click auto-attack heroes and as melees, but very effective with what they do with that supporting cast, just chewing through the Legion side right now.
Elder Parasite just purchased by Predator. It's going to help him chew that much faster now.
Yeah, holy crap, he was putting out that much output even before his major steroid.
And Empath wasn't even inside of him right there either, so back to that on top.
They're about to get dirty.
Pebbles, the portal key picked up. 1,100 gold more saved on him. He's helping with some ancients here in the meantime. Again, things just... And I also want to go back to the drafting stage as a whole here for Team USA. And, I kind of wonder if you figure with the way that they drafted, it was clear that it was going to be a main support Succubus because they picked Succubus and Demented Shaman at the same stage with their two final picks. Like, you don't do that and expect Demented Shaman to play support, I would think so. They knew that they were going to have Succubus made support, and obviously, she definitely has potential to be that. I'm not saying that's why they're losing by any means, but, you do look at that a little bit too, and wonder if that may have had an effect on how things are shaping up in this game here.
Well, and the way the early laning played out when they were so distracted by what was going on Wild Soul. Not to mention, Magma's Succubus, not the strongest mid lane in the world.
Yeah, the kill potential.
Compared to the Pebbles, Luna. Pebbles just really, really took off compared to this Magnus, who's still suffering for farm.
So Wild Soul, he's after these Ancients, I believe he should have enough.
What is Beacon doing right now? Oh, he's buying something, or maybe he was buying his Steam Boots. I saw him sitting at the mid tower there. I'm like, is he?
What is going on?
Is he done? He's still in the game.
He is going to have the Mocker Brilliance here as Zai, so once he kills that last Ancient.
Yeah.
That's big. Empath has managed to get some good farm himself. What the hell?
There's that mock.
Team staff on accident. Yeah, so he sells that, buys the mock. But Empath Strider's a Grave Locket even as a power supply. So even your main support over here, Pew has managed to, or I guess your secondary support, I apologize. But hell, he's having less farm than who technically is the main support in Luna when it comes to the GPM at least. So Luna, one of her illusions, finds some friends there in the jungle. But Predator just pushing out over 2,000 life when he has an Insanitarius activated on Predator. Jeez.
Predator's life's always deceptive too, just because of how much he heals throughout a fight, especially when you're attacking those tank heroes. I mean, it's not unreal to see his life recover by 50% in some of those battles. And
very true.
He's actually porting here.
TPs, big stun from Luna with the red stun to start the black. Tempest ultimate going to come off right off the bat, locking up Predator Pebbles. Here comes the ultimate from Magnus. And look at them just fall apart. Well played right there from Team USA. And the chase will continue. Empath, can he actually get away? He does have a wall. I think he's going to be fine, but wow. Yeah, Pebbles does buy back, but Very smart play right there. Choice by Riser, especially.
Talk about recovery, and the timing couldn't have been better. Sure, they had the mock, but that wasn't even the big part of why they won that fight. The elemental void, the huge Magnus ultimate, the eruption coming out. Honestly, Breaky, that definitely just put them right back into this game now. They have that mock wall, so sure they're 4.8K down right now. Nothing they can't recover from. Huge oversight from Team Excellent.
Yeah, very big deal right there. 18 minutes in, and definitely a comeback chance for Team USA. Big picture, though, you're still looking at a 5,000 gold and a 5,200 experience lead in favor of Team Excellent. Predator, even despite that death, he is still very scary. 1,800 plus gold saved up, and you do have Bassets playing the Warbeast. He's working towards that shrunken head now and actually doing it very well. So still a lot of positives here for Team Excellent, no doubt. But again, if anything, Team USA making a statement that they're not leaving just yet. They're not going to that Game 3. They want to still have a chance here, but this is not going to help things. Predator has a double damage rune, and oh my god, Conqueror is just going to evaporate. This is going to be about a 10-second Conqueror kill, man. That is ridiculous. Especially for just not 19 minutes into the game, really.
Preposterous. We're going to go for something like a Brutalizer here. I wonder if he's going to go for something more like that. Bulwark first. We do not see one picked up yet. But you know what? When you talk about Bulwark on Predator, I like to see it on something like a Warbeast instead after the Shrunken Head. Leads very well into Demonic Breastplate, Natural Evolution. Predator already has a lot of attack speed. You get the aura buff from it anyway when the Demonic's complete. It allows him to go for other items that I feel synergize better with the skill set.
Yeah. Welzel trying to do what he can. Pushing the top lane by himself right there, so some good gold swing. At least attempt, as their bottom tower in the meantime gets counter pushed though, so if anything, just keep it even in that exchange right there. Pebbles is going to port top lane though. He does have a portal key. Maybe he can get a catch right here. There's the port in. There's a jumper right there, but Sakiba's going to hold him in place. Here come the teleports, the metamorphosis from Warbeast. Predator also with him at the side. And look at Welzel again, just melting away. He will eventually fall. Meanwhile, TP's happening all over the place. Succubus and Tempest will both be able to teleport out. But a great response coming up from the Hellborn side. Now, they did get Pebbles killed at least, so a 1-for-1 really, but the hold from Excellent works off there.
Yeah, Luna a brief moment away from sitting him out as he was TPing. Just short, but still, I'm sure they're happy with dropping that Wild Soul, stopping his growth. A little bit sad to see Pebbles drop for their team, but you know what? He's their initiator. More important that they're seeing their carries grow in Predator and Warbeast. He does go for the Bulwark in the end. I mean, it's not bad. Demonic on Predator in the end is never bad. It's just Warbeast is such a good hero for it. He already has a Shrunken Head now, and it wouldn't be too far off. Just get that Brutalizer. Get something else instead.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, but in the end, going to be going the Souls Bulwark here. For himself, just wants it ASAP. We'll see Warbeast finishing that Shrunken Head, though, with that said. And, okay. So I just got an update, too. It looks like Too Much Sugar actually defeated Locomotives, actually. 2 games to nothing in the end. They just won the second game. It apparently was about a 23-minute victory. So handling Locomotives pretty fairly there, it sounds like. So they're moving on. They're going to be playing, I believe, Internet Gangsters in that second round.
Yeah. I wanted to point that out about that game is they actually had a pretty interesting line. Not only did they have Moon on Magebane again, once again breaching 600 GPM for the second time in a row with Magebane.
Yeah.
Slicks playing that gauntlet, bringing the fist to his opponents.
Nice. Yeah, playing the gauntlet on Slick. So, again, another victory by them without me. Never going to let that down. Anyway, no, but so they're moving on.
That was really rude with it. I mean, honestly, they're trying to ruin your reputation.
Yeah.
I would consider
They've been making me say it, Rich,
but
they actually kicked me out. They kicked me out.
They kicked you out.
It wasn't even a quit. They kicked me out. I'm just going to come out with it. They actually kicked me out. They were like, we're done with you, Breaky. We tried to carry you. We couldn't. Obviously, that wasn't the case. I carried them, but, you know, whatever happens, happens.
A lot of teams that would seek your talent.
Tempest, in the meantime. He's going to be countered at the bottom lane. You see Empath assisting right there. Jumping inside of Pebbles, actually. And helping to get a counter kill. So, back to this game. We see Team USA trying to make a bottom push. Not going to happen, however. Good reaction coming out right there.
Of course.
IG versus Too Much Sugar. That's going to be a fun semifinal matchup there. I don't know if that's going to be the one we're going to be covering, though. Obviously, no matter, it's going to be either us or Coldcast. So, we'll let you guys know when we get the chance. But the winner of this series will play Lions. So, both are going to be great matchups no matter what.
That's going to be
Yeah.
What a tough choice.
Yeah, it is. So we'll see. Okay. According to the brackets, we cover actually Lions versus the winner of this. So again, we'll see when it comes down to it. And no matter what, they're both going to be great series there to watch. So that'll be the second part of today, and then the finals obviously are going to take place tomorrow, which we'll have more information later on. So back to this game though, Predator does get that warp clef, so he is going to be finishing a demonic breastplate here in the near future. At least that's the goal. Pebbles, Shrunken Head in the works. Sacrificial Stone managed to be finished here on Empass, so again, continuing a very good farm on her too. Got a Soul Sport working that works on Zai.
Very healthy right now. Zai gonna... He's very close. He was finishing it off. His pair was... Boo Boo was farming some creeps there using that mock and having collected that gold. Now ready to venture forth into the world. They do have a token, remember, and this looks like this. They might consider this to be their timing, looking to close out the game. I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Very powerful right now and some damn good presence.
Now, I'm looking at this lineup, and honestly, it seems like it's rare nowadays, but there is no Shrunken Head counter over here on the Hellborn team that I can tell, at least, coming out from a Tempest Shrunken Head. So,
right.
Yeah,
so
whether he's going for it, though, I'm actually curious about. I think he might actually be saving up for a portal key here, but...
Yeah, you have to be able to afford the Shrunken Head before you can start planning for it.
There's the portal key, actually.
Actually uses the Elder Parasite, though, so if he gets jumped
Oh, Demented Shaman, but the Void Talisman going off. That's going to protect him at least for a little bit, but will it be enough in the end? No, it's not. He eventually gets bursted down. He does not have a buyback. The team was just not able to support him right there. The wall came out. The CC, obviously, we also saw killing Succubus. Well played by Team Excellent right there, picking their fight appropriately. And this should be a free set of racks.
I mean, they still have the token up. They still have the token. Now they're going for the Tempest!
They say, Tempest, get in there! And he does. They get the quick kill onto him. I mean, it's just rinse and repeat right now for Team Excellent. They're going to have to give up the racks. Hopefully not give up more heroes.
They're not even stopping it.
Yeah.
They said, we want more. They have the War Beast, the Battle Cry. I think it just faded, didn't it? 5 seconds here.
Oh, B-Kid will jump in. He gets the kill on a Predator. Obviously going to come back up, though. And again, another check. There's Predator leaps on a Magma. Says, nom, nom, nom. Not going to be enough for the kill, though. Wild Soul, in the meantime, he wants to take out Pebbles. The Mocker Bullets. Oh, it is going to be enough for the kill. But now he's kind of in no man's territory. There's a big spread right here, though. This could actually be in Team USA's favor. Empath is going to fall, and now Predator is just going to take the damage. He knows that he needs to attack right here. He needs that Carnivorous to work, and it is definitely doing work. Oh, she sleeps herself, though. Well played by Peter Pan Dam right here. Sleeping herself, preventing the auto attacks. Magnus comes back in. Can they actually kill Predator? The Heartache, yes, they can. They hold them off in the end, and they will force Team Excellent to fall back. May even get a kill on a War Beast, actually. I'm going to chase him down here.
Catching it. What's that Metamorphosis cooldown? It's 10, 12 seconds. Succubus using those Striders.
Nope.
Not going to have any other... No.
It's going to be fine in the end. So, okay. I mean, if anything, Team USA holding hope. And at least forcing them out.
The Magma Steam Bath scream over a couple times. They eventually put down a Ward of Rev, but it was a little bit too late. There was a point where the Predator could have actually dropped him. You know how you saw how much work Mag did coming back in.
Oh, yeah.
I think he had gold for buyback anyway. I'm not sure if he gained it through the fight, but I think he had it anyway, so maybe he was forced to buyback and nothing else, but well played by B-Kid.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, though, as sexy as those plays were, you know, coming back, in the end, the big picture, you lost your middle racks, you lost the top tower, you still have both a Predator and a War Beast that are very, very farmed at this point.
You're a jerk.
Yeah. I'm just going to rub it in. That's still you're in a very tough spot if you're Team USA. But they are hanging on, if anything.
Arby's absolutely just preposterous amount of gold now, too. Curious to see if he's actually up for the Harkins. I actually agree. I like it.
Yeah?
That's something I did a while ago on Warbees. I was like, what? Harkins? You know what? If you think about it, it acts a lot like a shield breaker here. They're building some physical. They have the Bulwark up. In the end, you have the Void Talisman on Demented Shaman. The Demented Shaman armor, too. The ultimate, you can't forget that. And it's going to taper off his... So not only is he going to pierce through, if they have vestments, remember, not only does Harkin's Blade deal that magical damage, it also reduces their magic armor pretty much the entirety of vestments. So at best, they're resisting you 25%. Otherwise, you're hitting for pure damage here against a lot of these heroes. And if he uses that Void Talisman, he will just disintegrate.
Yeah.
Can't counter that.
Yeah, I love seeing that pick up. Obviously, not we never really get to see, honestly, but in this case, it's appropriately explained. I mean, it definitely can make sense here. So, Bassett's going the HoN route. He's going to make his way back to his team here. And Team xCet knows that, you know, there's not a whole lot of reason to wait. They don't need another Conquer or anything like that. They're pretty confident that they can take another fight right here. Tempest Ultimate, it is back up. So that's definitely positive here for Team USA. We'll see if Riser can find that opportunity. No Shrunken Head, though. So it is going to be very difficult with that said. When they find the opening is the question. There we go. Magnus stuns in. Here's a follow-up. Tempest goes in, but Pebbles also jumps in. The Elemental Void is going to go off. It's going to be a full duration. Finally going to be canceled. The eruption going off, though. And down goes Predator. Big kill right off the bat for Team USA. Aluna's trying to get away. Meanwhile, back to the fight over here. Warby's tearing people up, though, with that arm. He will kill Succubus in the process. And in the background, Pebbles is chasing right now, though. Team USA, honestly, not in the worst of spots again. Warby's out of that metamorphosis. Empath is inside. But look at the kite from Zai right here. He's going to say Boo Boo. Boo Boo does have a resurrection anyways, but here comes the melee racks. Tempest going back in. Can they get the CC out? Warby's is in a lot of trouble. He's in a lot of trouble. Down he goes. Empath also falling. Team xCet overstaying their welcome big time right here. And Empath is also going to fall most likely. There's the Entangle. The Essence Link not going to be enough in the end. Well fought right there by Team USA. And again, they still have hope here.
They do, and that's the crazy part about it all. You know, burning through a lot of, oh my god, and they could have waited. They could have waited for Kongor, honestly, throughout all of it. And if they had the token on Predator, consider it a game. Oh, you know what? They wouldn't have been able to take a fight outside their base. There's no way. It's only because they were grouped up there pushing and they got that perfect ultimate, the Magnus ulti, on top of the Tempest, that they were able to actually accomplish that. So, Team xCet, while it was a phenomenal game so far, not showing the patience required to close it out.
I wonder what the cooldowns were like for Predator, both if the Stone High was even used and if the Elder Parasite was activated, making more damage taken on him. So when we get a chance, maybe we'll look back at that. But
yeah, look at this now. This is going to be the telling moment of the rest of the game here.
Yeah.
This Kongor attempt. That was Team xCet to take for free. Lack of patience led to this.
Oh, Pebbles jumping in. He's jumping into a trap, though. He's going to be locked down. Will it be enough for the actual kill? There's the Entangle going off against Shrunken. Predator in the background, but the Void Talisman on Dimension Shaman. Going to be fine for now. Predator going full force right here. He does not have any more cooldowns himself. Magnus going to stun away. Now Tempest is the next target. Doesn't have his Elemental Void, of course, but a big spread. I don't know who to watch right here. There's a big fight going on. Wild Soul now. He's going to be caught on, and actually he is going to drop very quickly. The HoN's Predator in general just doing a lot of damage. Dimension Shaman just running around in circles. He, too, is going to fall, and Team xCet, it does pay off in the end. Pebbles was able to survive that initial burst.
Yeah.
And now they're going to steal Kongor, so that could be the big difference maker there in the end.
Elemental Void was down as well. They just, the Warbees came back and joined the party. In the end, that is the Kongor. Now they have the opportunity to close out the game again. Elemental Void still on for 40 seconds. Meanwhile, Brodax 5 level. The Pebbles get a little bit over greedy there.
Oops.
Gonna get punished for it, so can draw the game out a little bit further, or will they?
Yeah. Demented Shaman does have that buyback, as you mentioned. 20 seconds left. Wild Soul's going to be up in about 13. It's going to be tough for Tralf here. Does he buy back? Does he just wait it out? It's going to be so close. Obviously, Wild Soul doesn't have a choice. There we go. The invulnerability off the bat. He's going to save right here. He's not going to be buying back. Magnus stuns in, trying to delay it, of course. He doesn't have a steam bath if necessary. They're going straight for the rack, so jump on a Succubus right there. But there's a Succubus hold, and Predator's going to be locked down initially. But here comes a HoN's Warbeard. That Tempest ultimate canceled immediately right there. Well played by Riser, or excuse me, by Aluna in the background. Stops the Tempest ultimate in a fraction of a second. He's now on the run, and that probably is going to do it right here. Predator dropping, but again, he still has a token of life, remember. Down goes Dimension Shaman. Good attempt there from Team USA, but Team xCet just a little too strong in the end. And it does pay off. So we are going to a game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. With that said, so that's the good news there. Man.
And we talked about it at the start of the game. We just didn't feel the presence from Team USA's lineup. Unfortunately, they didn't get a chance to prove us wrong there.
Yeah.
At least on this game. In the end, Team xCet just looked like they were firing on all cylinders. It was really fun to see the Wild Soul pull being distracted early on with the stack of the Ancients and that Bandit.